The just past La Republic du Cameroon 20th of May National Day celebration at the Colonial Political Center portrayed how wicked and cruel the regime of President Paul Biya is. From the social, economic, and educational perspective, the regime has recorded no strides. From the educational standpoint, there are La Republic du Cameroon government schools in suburbs with no benches for students or pupils to sit on, talk more of any school building. As the health sector is concerned, the population at certain localities is left at the mercy of God. Such hospitals are void of equipment, drugs, and even electricity supply. And even when there are trained personnel, their working condition is deplorable. Now, this is where we will begin the full briefing. So, for tonight, how are you doing, sir?
Very well, Lumi. Good evening, Ambazonians. Economically speaking, major income generating industries are today a shadow of themselves. This is the case where they are still existing, for many have been shut down completely. Before development oriented institutions like the Public Works Department, the PWD, Marketing Board, and Santa Coffee Estate, just to name a few, were all closed by the President Bia. To demonstrate wickedness in another dimension, the president has plunged the country into huge foreign debt. Paradoxically, these money are not like channeled into any production scheme. Rather, it is used to acquiring fleets of cars of different capacities to top government officials. At this point, it is a sort of reward for them to in embezzling taxpayers' money. Why spend so heavily on well-to-do La Republic du Cameroon top government officials when the common man lives in misery?
Well, at the just parade of the La Republique du Cameroon's 20th of May National Day celebration at its colonial political capital, the president of La Republique du Cameroon and the ruler of La Republique du Cameroon's government proved to have resolved to be nothing else but a consuming economy. The celebration was a demonstration of how flooded the country is with high standard 4x4 jeeps that the regime keeps furnishing top La Republique du Cameroon government officials with. The fleet of jeeps give a beautiful color to the streets they cruise on. Unfortunately, it does not reflect to the lives of the taxpayers living in misery.
Well, the dictator Biya of La Republic du Cameroon is focusing his attention and diverting all state resources to the betterment of top workers and not on sustainable projects for the benefit of the entire population. A civil society activist says this is a calculated move by Paul Biya and his close associates to remain in power. By putting top state officials into very comfortable situations, they are obliged to protect the regime in place, thereby safeguarding their gains. The same top La Republic du Cameroon government officials that a greater chunk of the state coffers is lavished on when they fall sick and go for medical attention out of the country.
They do not trust the medical system in the country as they failed in developing and raising it to standard equally because they know the porous condition under which they do subject the training of medical personnel. There is no form to Market Road in Amazonia. The ring road promised the people of Amazonia, but the President Paul Biya in the 80s is still to see the light of the day. The stretch of roads linking Santel local government area to the main town Bamenda is a nightmare, yet top La Republic du Cameroon's government officials have fleets of the latest models of 4x4 jeeps at their disposal.